Dante's Inferno, 2010, directed by Victor Cook, is an animated adaptation of the popular video game, which itself is inspired by the first part of Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy. The film offers a dark, visually striking journey into hell, where Dante, a crusader seeking redemption for his sins, must face his past while navigating the terrifying circles of the underworld. This adaptation blends video game action with rich animation, delivering a horror-infused adventure that grapples with themes of sin, punishment, and redemption. The animation in Dante's Inferno is one of its strongest elements, delivering a dark and visually captivating experience. The artistic style is gothic and highly stylized, with a mixture of 3D animation and 2D designs that create a surreal, otherworldly aesthetic. The depiction of hell is both grand and grotesque, with each circle of hell represented through unique, nightmarish landscapes and terrifying monsters that reflect the sins punished in each respective area. The animation effectively captures the eerie, oppressive atmosphere of hell. From the River of Souls to the icy frozen lake, each environment is intricately designed, enhancing the horror elements of the story. The action sequences are fluid and intense, showcasing Dante's combat against both demons and sinners, which feels both thrilling and unnerving. While the animation itself is highly engaging, it can sometimes feel overwhelming with its relentless barrage of horrific imagery. The film follows Dante, a man burdened by guilt from his actions during the Crusades, as he descends into hell to save his lost love, Beatrice. His journey through the 9 circles of hell is a physical and emotional one, where he must confront not only literal demons, but also the psychological demons of his past sins. The story is rooted in themes of guilt, redemption, and the consequences of one's actions. However, the plot of Dante's Inferno is fairly straightforward and echoes much of the original Divine Comedy, though it's been adapted with more action-heavy elements to fit the video game's narrative style. Dante's quest is visually engaging, but the emotional depth can feel secondary to the spectacle of hell's vivid punishments and the constant action. The pacing can sometimes lean too heavily on the visual elements, leaving the story to feel somewhat secondary. Still, the film does an effective job of exploring Dante's internal struggles through the lens of the grotesque underworld he must traverse. The film's horror theme is deeply rooted in the terrifying imagery of hell, which is depicted as a place of unrelenting torment. The animation presents vivid representations of the punishments that await sinners, each circle of hell containing different horrors tied to the sin committed. These punishments range from eternal flames to being torn apart by demons, and each scene offers a brutal and unsettling vision of retribution. The grotesque designs of hell's inhabitants, including demons and damned souls, contribute to the film's chilling atmosphere. The horror is not just about the monstrous creatures or the physical punishments, but also about the psychological terror Dante faces as he confronts his sins. His encounters with characters from his past, such as the betrayer, the murderer, and even his loved ones, add a layer of emotional horror to the physical violence. The film explores the theme of self-doubt and the fear of damnation, making it not just a visceral experience, but an introspective one as well. For the audience, Dante's Inferno is an intense and visually rich experience, blending video game action with philosophical and religious themes. The relentless onslaught of imagery and action will captivate those looking for a dark, fast-paced narrative, but the film's focus on horror and spectacle may leave some yearning for a deeper emotional connection to the characters. While Dante's journey is compelling, it sometimes takes a back seat to the overwhelming visuals and the battle sequences, which are more focused on visceral excitement than on character development. Dante's Inferno is a visually striking and action-packed animated film that immerses the audience in a nightmarish version of hell. Its horror themes, rooted in the original Divine Comedy, are intense and deeply philosophical, though at times overshadowed by the film's focus on action and graphic imagery. For fans of video game adaptations and those looking for a fast-paced, visually intense journey through the underworld, Dante's Inferno will be a gripping experience. However, its relentless horror and action might not appeal to all viewers, especially those seeking a more nuanced or emotionally driven narrative. Ultimately, the film succeeds in delivering a thrilling, albeit brutal, exploration of sin and redemption in a hellish realm,